Have you ever looked into your dog's eyes and felt a connection that seems to transcend words, to touch something ancient and profound? What if I told you this bond is not just a product of affection, but a story written in our very DNA, a myth whispered through millennia, a surreal journey into the depths of consciousness itself? We call them man's best friend, but what if they are something more? What if they are our shadow companions, guardians not just of our homes, but of our souls? Let's begin with what we can see, what we can measure. Our journey with dogs began over 30,000 years ago, not as master and pet, but as partners in survival. We were two different species, navigating a harsh and unforgiving world. Yet, something extraordinary happened. We chose each other. This wasn't a simple taming. It was a co-evolution, a genetic dance that synchronized our destinies. Studies have revealed that the same genes responsible for social behavior and digestion evolved in parallel in both humans and dogs. As we learned to live in larger, more complex social groups, so did they. As our diet changed with the advent of agriculture, their digestive systems adapted alongside ours. We literally became attuned to one another on a biological level. The most powerful evidence of this bond lies in a single hormone, oxytocin. When you gaze into your dog's eyes, both of your brains release this love hormone, creating a feedback loop of affection and trust, identical to the one shared between a mother and her infant. It's a biochemical signature of a deep, primal connection. This isn't just sentimentality, it's neuroscience. Your dog is chemically hardwired to love you, and you, them. They are masters of reading our subtle cues, the slight shift in our posture, the almost imperceptible change in our tone of voice, the flicker of emotion in our eyes. They can evansmull our feelings, detecting the chemical changes in our scent when we are stressed or joyful. They are not just observing us. They are experiencing our world with us through a sensory lens we can barely imagine. This scientific reality is already astounding, but it's merely the first layer, the visible peak of a much deeper mystery. Now, let us step beyond the laboratory into the realm of myth and metaphysics. Here, the dog is not just a companion, but a guide, a protector, a psychopumper conductor of souls. Across cultures and centuries, they have stood at the threshold between worlds. In ancient Greece, the three-headed Cerberus guarded the gates of the underworld, not as a monster, but as a loyal sentinel, ensuring the boundary between life and death remained sacred. For the Norse, the hound Garma stood watch at the entrance to hell, its howls heralding the cataclysm of Ragnarok. In Egyptian mythology, the jackal-headed Anubis presided over mummification and the afterlife, guiding spirits on their final journey. These aren't just quaint fireside tales. They are expressions of a universal human intuition that dogs perceive something we cannot. They are our guardians against the unseen. How many stories have you heard? The dog that barks frantically at an empty corner, only for its owner to later discover a hidden structural flaw. The loyal companion who refuses to let its human leave the house moments before a sudden accident occurs. Are these mere coincidences? Or are they glimpses into a reality just beyond our perception? We call it instinct, a sixth sense. But what if it's more? What if they are attuned to the subtle vibrations of the universe, the energies and presence us. They are our shadow companions, walking silently beside us, their senses cast into the darkness to ward off dangers we will never know existed. They stand guard, not only at our physical doors, but at the fragile veil that separates our known world from the great, mysterious unknown. They anchor us to the here and now, while their spirit patrols the borders of the beyond. But to truly understand our shadow companions, we must venture deeper still into the final. Surreal layer the landscape of the inner world, the territory of dreams and the subconscious. What does a dog dream of? We see their paws twitch, hear their soft whimpers, and we smile, imagining they're chasing squirrels in their sleep. But what if their dreams are more profound? What if, in sleep, they are not just replaying their day, but are navigating the same ethereal landscapes we visit in our own deep slumber? The shared emotional bond we have is so intense, it's plausible it extends into this non-physical realm. When we are lost in grief, who lays their head in our lap, offering silent, unwavering comfort? They offer presence. They become a living, breathing anchor in our sea of sorrow. They seem to absorb our pain without judgment, grounding us in the simple, profound truth of their companionship. In this way, they become guardians of our inner worlds. They stand watch over our emotional well-being, our sanity, our very spirit. They remind us of the primal joys we've forgotten, the thrill of a walk, the delight of a simple meal, the comfort of a warm touch. They are mirrors reflecting our own capacity for unconditional love, a capacity we often forget we possess. They are not just living with us. They are living through us, and we through them. They are the silent witnesses to our lives, the keepers of our secrets, the steadfast companions on our journey through the labyrinth of existence. So, the next time you feel that ancient, familiar gaze upon you, remember the three layers of this extraordinary bond. You are looking at a marvel of co-evolution, a living echo of myth, and a guardian of your deepest self. They are not just dogs. They are our shadow companions, walking the line between science and spirit, reality and dream. And in their silent, steady presence, we find a connection that is, perhaps, the most tangible form of magic left in this world. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, subscribe and join us on our next exploration into the mysteries of our world.